is News Channel 3 Tonight.
2 people are killed by a powerful storm that hit West Tennessee today. Good evening, I'm Jerry Tate. There is widespread damage from the storm, but the worst is in the Dogwood Grove subdivision in Germantown. That's where a woman was killed and where rescue crews are still searching through the debris of the houses that were literally blown away, looking for anyone who might still be trapped. We have extended team coverage of the storm's destruction. We begin with Steve Hayslip, who's been there all afternoon and evening. Steve, there's a lot of damage. What's the situation?
Well, Jerry, you're right. There's a whole lot of damage. In fact, the rescue crews are still working on the house behind me. It's believed 1, possibly 2 people are still in this house. We are told that 11 people were in this home right here at the corner of Gottenway, just off of Dogwood Road this afternoon when the storm blew through the tornado around 3:20 this afternoon. Now, it is possible that it was a family reunion. That's what some of the neighbors in the area were saying. Nonetheless, 1 fatality from here and 1, possibly 2 more victims still inside. Now, here's the very latest. I'll give you that off the top. There's a hot spot on the back side. Rescuers have been working on the back side of this home for the last 15 minutes or so. They've been ripping out some of the shelving units we see in some of the back areas of the house. They've been ripping out some of the floors. So it is conceivable that they have found one of those bodies that they have been looking for. And again, we must point out that it's not clear if those bodies are inside the house. There's a helicopter circling ahead with a heat-seeking sensor on it. We're told that the bodies may have been thrown into a nearby field. I'm told there are some teddy bears from some of the houses, from the children who live in this neighborhood in these fields. So it's conceivable that rescuers may turn up nothing in these fields, and it might take until daylight before all of the victims are accounted for. Needless to say, it's been a long afternoon, a lot of destruction. It's something that people in this neighborhood simply can't believe. Estate-sized homes were leveled to piles of rubble as a tornado ripped through the upscale neighborhood.
Well, I mean, we were watching TV and everything, then all of a sudden, I mean, I knew it was raining and everything, but I never knew that this would happen.
Neighbors, dazed by the destruction, came out of their homes to see cars overturned, homes destroyed. Several people were trapped in this house.
Got a lot of bricks, a lot of wood on top of them, but we were able to pull them out, and then we dragged them, set them up in the house over here, and just went back to look for more.
Go up and look and see what we've got.
You know the morgue's right here.
Yeah. Rescue crews from all over the Mid-South converged on the neighborhood and began the search for more bodies. Dogs were brought in, and soon the first of what authorities believe may be several bodies was brought out. Neighbors who escaped the twister shared a common thought.
Thank God it wasn't us. I think we were very fortunate. Again, we were just a half a street over from where the tornado went through.
About a dozen people were taken to area hospitals while search crews continued their efforts.
There are numerous houses down, and the police and fire department are trying to do their jobs. MOTW's on the scene, and our public works crews are coming in to help with the cleanup.
And now in this area of Dogwood Grove alone, about 10 to 12 houses completely leveled. Germantown city-wide, maybe as many as 50, perhaps 100 homes damaged by the storm. But the rescue effort right now for the possible survivors or perhaps victims in this crash going on, this tornado right behind me. And April Thompson has been covering that aspect of what the rescuers have been doing.
Plenty of rescuers here, Steve, hundreds in fact. The command post for those rescuers is set up just down the road at Houston Middle School. That's where the Germantown Fire Department, the Police Department, the Sheriff's Department, and Emergency Management Agency, that's where they're commanding their efforts and trying to coordinate everything. And believe me, it's a big job. Command crews are dispatching workers to where they're needed most. They're using search cams and life detectors to comb areas and see if people are trapped inside, so they will know where to send search dogs.
We're still having streets blocked, and we're searching the houses that have been demolished and looking at others which have been damaged. It's just locating the people in the homes.
Rescuers need heavy moving equipment, especially cranes and crane operators. Susan Acuff is donating her machinery moving company services, including several cranes and 12 to 13 rig workers.
Since the street is asphalt, we can drive the crane in, we can set the crane up there, and we'll put the outriggers out, the counterweights. It will give us enough where we can, it's like a large arm, it can reach out. We'll have riggers come in, and the riggers will take straps and cables and things like that and tie off to the large roofs and things like that, and we'll go ahead and try to get the biggest pieces off where the bulldozers and the backhoes can go ahead and do their job.
And obviously, it's a big job, and it's not made any easier by the fact that they don't have power out here. Now, Houston Middle School, which is the command post, we're told, is also going to be a shelter for the rescue workers and for any victims. And because of that, Houston Middle School is going to be closed tomorrow. It was not damaged, but because of the power outage in the area, also Farmington and Dogwood Elementary, we're told, would be closed. Houston High School was damaged, and it would be closed because of that damage. The superintendent has been out here all of the evening. We've talked with him, and he has confirmed that. But rescuers are out here. They're expected to be here for some time as they try to sift through the rubble, Jerry.
They got a lot to go through, too. One quick question, April, and that's about traffic. I know earlier traffic was just bumper to bumper. Ambulances, rescue personnel were having trouble getting in and out. I know it's late. Has traffic now thinned out a little bit?
When we came into this area, there was still quite a bit of traffic, and they're again asking people to stay away unless they have a need in this area, live in this area. But a lot of times, you know, sightseers come by just trying to see what they can see, and police are discouraging that. They're just hampering the rescue efforts and the rescue vehicles that need to get through. So unless you actually live in this area, you're asked to kind of stay away.
To say nothing of the danger involved in it, too. Power lines down, gas lines broken, things like that. April Thompson reporting live from the tornado-damaged area in Germantown. Now, to reiterate what April said about school closings tomorrow, 4 county schools are going to be closed. Obviously, Houston High because of the heavy damage it sustained. In addition, Houston Middle School, Dogwood Elementary, and Farmington Elementary will also be closed tomorrow, primarily, again, to cut down on traffic in those areas because of the power outages also, and those schools are all in Germantown, as you might expect. Superintendent Jim Anderson said the situation will be reevaluated tomorrow. Again, closed tomorrow, Houston High and Houston Middle School, as well as Dogwood and Farmington Elementary Schools. Let's go back to Germantown. Tim Simpson is also out at Houston Middle School, where a shelter is open there. Now, Tim, you started watching this storm system as it moved across the country last week. How did it get so powerful?
Well, Jerry, like you said, we have been watching this one, and of course, November is a secondary severe weather season for us here in the Mid-South, and today that was certainly borne out. What happened was the air mass across the southeast was very juiced up. We had plenty of moisture in the area because of some strong southerly winds. We'll show it to you now in the satellite imagery. We'll put the map into motion. You can see the basically the cold front working across the southeastern part of the country. The air mass was very juiced up today, and when you pull a cold front through, it basically slam it into the Mid-South like happened today. Well, the result are showers, thunderstorms, severe weather, and tornadoes, and that was certainly true today.